What's going on, guys? Gomes here back again on another MLB The Show 19 Diamond Dynasty video. Today we're going to be doing our part 2 to the best cards in Diamond Dynasty, or my favorite cards in Diamond Dynasty. Once again, I'm only going to list guys that I've actually used and have, can give an actual recommendation for them. So I'm not just going to list, Willie Mays, because I don't have Willie Mays on my team, so that wouldn't really feel right. So you might think somebody should be on the best players list, but I haven't used them, so that's why they're not on there. Quickly, if you guys could leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, really would appreciate it. A lot of MLB The Show content coming out very soon, a lot of great videos that I cannot wait to give to you guys. And also let me know down below in the comment section who are your favorite players that you guys have gotten to use so far in MLB The Show 19 Diamond Dynasty. But let's get right into it with the first one, and I could not leave off Sweet Lou. This might be a small sample size. I have not gotten to use him too much, but this is one of the best cards I have gotten to use all year. A lot of people clown me for wanting him over Frank Thomas. You already have Frank Thomas for free. Go ahead and get somebody else. Lou Gehrig has been so good. 53 at-bats. I've hit 11 home runs with him. OPS of 1,500. Slug over 1,000. He is just so damn good. And I think really what makes him so good is whenever somebody tries to challenge him low, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just his stance in particular, but I just crush baseballs with that swing whenever you try to throw a breaking ball down low, a fastball down low. You can pretty much kiss it goodbye. And the defense is, right up there. Frank Thomas, we know Frank Thomas has the secret pink diamond onyx defense. So I really love Lou Gehrig. Highly recommend. Even if you have Frank Thomas, I think he is worth the boost. I do like him more, and he's got extra speed at 64. I just like Lou Gehrig so much. Moving on to our next guy, we're going to be talking about our Rodas Chapman right here. Looking at his stats, what else is there really to say? Maxed out K per 9, 118 hit 9, 64 walk 9 is not crazy, but it's not awful either. 95 home runs per 9. This is a bit of a smaller sample size, 9 innings pitched, but I really like this card so far, not giving up a single run. 9 strikeouts in 9 innings, only 2 walks given up. Like I said, not too much of an issue with that. 64 walks per 9, and this is just a matchup nightmare. He has such good per 9s, really shrinks PCIs, and it can definitely be tough to hit him. I think I have used the live series version of him with the Yankees. Let me check to see if I have or not. 1 inning. Just 1 inning, but I got 2 strikeouts, so that equals 10 innings. Really am a big fan. Always all Rodas Chapman cards play exceptionally well in Diamond Dynasty, and this year his 95 All-Star card is no exception. Is a little pricey, about 70,000 studs, but I would recommend him. On to the next one. Let's talk about the kid one time. Let's talk about Griffey Jr. All 3 versions of him, starting with this one. This is the one in the storyline moments, and this card, I don't know what else to say. Mind you, all these stats are online, whether they be events, battle royale, or ranked seasons. None of these are offline play, and this, I don't even know what to say. This card is just so damn good. 7 home runs in 23 at bats. It really blows my mind. The reason why I didn't play him all that much is his vision is low. I did strike out 3 times, which I don't like to strike out a lot with guys, and only 66 speed, a little bit hard to play in center field. And then if you move him to a corner, he does move down to silver defense, because remember, I'm going to quickly explain this once again. The shield on the card says diamond, but in game it only matters with their actual fielding. So 84 currently is gold, but if you move him to a corner, you lose 5 for a secondary penalty, and then he's going to have silver defense where he gets worse animations. Really like that card. This one, 282, 915 OPS, also pretty good. Not quite as good, obviously, just because it doesn't have as much power. And then the signature Griffey, I only got to use 1 game in that. I sold him, of course, because I wanted to maximize the stubs out of him. But I cannot wait to get him back. He has such good defense and good speed out there as well. Really good hitting. Just his swing in general, and that's why I brought up all 3 of those cards, because Griffey cards just always play so well, and I cannot wait to get the signature Griffey back on my team. Next up, we got Joey Pico de Gallo. This one is all-star card once again. 120, 124 power, 53 vision, a lot better than usual for a Joey Gallo card, and he can play both the corners and the infield and the entire outfield. 78 fielding, not the best. 59 speed. Here are my stats. Insane hitting wise. I think a lot of this is events and battle royale, so this is all-star difficulty. Usually I am a championship series player, so I will be getting my stats on Hall of Fame difficulty, but a lot of this I think was on all-star, which isn't quite as hard. Your PCI doesn't have such of a smaller penalty if you have low vision, but he's insane. You know, it's like real life Gallo. He has more home runs than he does singles on me, which is, you know, pretty damn realistic if you go to think about it. And I just really like this card. The reason why he's in my bench and out of my starting lineup, it's just the defense. I tried to play him at third, but he just would always get such slow reactions to where I could not, you know, justify having him in my starting lineup. So he still does make a great bench bat. You know, definitely can cause a lot of problems, you know, in the late innings when I need to bring him on. Going to one of my starting pitchers, we're talking about Bert Blyleven, of course, from my hometown Minnesota Twins. Yeah, I'm a Reyes fan, hometown Minnesota Twins. Let me just re-explain that for a little bit if you guys didn't know. But this card is really nice. I heard a lot of good things about him initially. He was pretty expensive, and then I was able to afford him, and I really like this card. The only negative is that he does have 2 curveballs. If one of them was a slider, my god, this card would be so damn overpowered, but really good. 92 walks per 9 definitely helps him out. 28 innings pitched, you know, 1.93 ERA, 19 strikeouts. He does have 6 walks, but that's actually not as bad as you might think, because a lot of guys, if you miss with your curveball, they usually miss high. Bert will miss low, so I throw the curveball a lot with him, a healthy curveball diet, and he will walk a couple guys because of that. But I would much rather you have miss low than a curveball, rather than, you know, miss high right down the middle and just hang a breaking ball right down the middle for them. So that's actually not as bad as you might think. Bob Gibson, another starting pitcher that I recently acquired, only about 20 innings pitched, but I have liked him so far from what I've used him. 2.41 ERA, 18 strikeouts in 18 innings. You know, strikeouts are kind of rare this year, so that's pretty nice. 4 walks, that's something I was initially a little bit concerned about. Only 80 walks per 9. Did not have as a mortal card last year, but people did inform me that it had a little bit of accuracy issues. I really don't think so. A lot of movement. You see that sinker at 95 miles per hour. That is the highest that it will go, the hottest, you know, the fastest that it's going to go. So it's a really hard-hitting, biting sinker. Really like this card a lot. You know, I would like to get these cards a little bit more, but unfortunately, it seems like I pitch Nolan Ryan every damn game, which, you know my history with Nolan Ryan at this point if you guys watch the gameplays. Another reliever, let's talk about Rollie Fingers, Team Affinity for the Brewers. If you don't have them, make sure to do so. You know, it's going to cost you about 10,000 stubs in 2 hours to get this card for a very solid, dependable reliever. 53 innings pitched, 2.7 ERA, only 7 walks in that time. He does have 86 walks per 9, really good control wise, and he just gets out of jams, plain and simple. 7 holds, and I believe he has 3 saves. I don't really use him as a closer, but I am a big fan of this card. I think he does everything well. A nice sinker, 4 pitches, but the best 4 pitches that you can really ask for. A forkball is pretty much a changeup, but in this case, I think it is a little bit better. Big fan of this Rollie Fingers card. Trust me, when he comes out with his signature 99 overall card, this is going to be highly sought after, and I'm definitely going to want to get my hands on him for sure. Really big fan of that one. Let's move back into the position players. Jose Reyes, you guys know I have a love-hate relationship with Jose Reyes, but I wanted to put him on here. I think he deserves it for all the stats I have accumulated with him. You know, he doesn't have the highest contact, 78 and 99, 50 power per side, fielding at 82. I have made some errors. Let me see in particular, 8 errors. He can be frustrating defensively, but he has the speed, which really does help you out in a lot of times. And yeah, I have almost 500 plate appearances with him, hitting about 300. Hit 15 home runs for a while. He was on an insane power surge for me. 10 triples, 19 doubles. I really like this card just for the fact that if you get on base with him, he creates such a havoc, and that goes for all speed guys, because if he's on first base and he has 97 speed, 96 stealing, you're going to have to slide step. You're going to have to pay mind to my runner on first base, and you're not going to be able to focus as much to the guy you are actually facing. So 78 runs in that time, pretty nice. Big fan of this card right here. Highly would recommend, and he always just seems to come up clutch for me. I remember I was live streaming this one time, and in one night he had 3 walk-off home runs. It was insane. 380 batting average with runners in scoring position. If y'all want to say DJ LeMahieu deserves MVP for that, then what the hell does Jose Reyes deserve. Really, really nice. Ozzie Smith, another guy who initially I wasn't too big on, but after I tried him, you guys recommended him to me. He is really good. He is the best range you're going to find. 99 fielding, 99 reaction, then pretty much maxed out stealing, 92 speed. Only negative wise on this card I would say is he only has 84 arm strength, but the range, the extra range is super important. Pretty small sample size, only 34 at-bats to this point right now, but slugging 735 for Ozzie Smith, that's probably something you never thought you would hear. 412 batting average. Big fan of this card, just like I said, even if it's more so for defensive purposes, because there's no way he's realistically going to sustain a 412 batting average, but you know, you just have so many of those animations where it's a blooper, because MLB 19 bloops are pretty much everything at this point, and you know, those over-the-shoulder catches, he does not miss those with that maxed out fielding and all that 92 speed range. So big fan of that Ozzie Smith, great guy to turn double plays up the middle. And then finally, one more guy I want to talk about. He is not on my team currently. I did sell him, but when I used him, I was a big fan of him, and I'm talking about Alex Gordon. Very good budget option for a left fielder or a third baseman. And here are my stats with him: about 90 at bats, hitting just about 300, 929 OPS, 8 home runs in that time. I really do like this card. I think the reason I took him off my team is probably because y'all bullied me for having a 93 Alex Gordon in my starting lineup, to be honest with you. This card is good. Lefty bat with a nice swing, and I would play him at third. I don't think I really ever played him in the outfield, but 97 arm strength at the hot corner is really underrated. He does drop down to gold defense, but that's still pretty solid. And like I said, he just has such a cannon out of third base that if you have one that he has to move for by the foul pole, or not the foul pole, but the you know, the line that I'm talking about, the third base line, he's going to throw a cannon and he's going to get him out. So on paper, this card might not, you know, scream you away and be like, damn, I need that card, but for about 40,000 stubs, if you guys are in the looks for a third baseman, I definitely would recommend Alex Gordon. And I think that's gonna do it. These are 10 players that I have really, really loved. Of course, I have mentioned guys like Icho, Tony Gwynn, Clayton Kershaw. I did do another one of these episodes, of course, as I mentioned, so don't be too alarmed if you didn't see Kershaw. Spoiler alert, he definitely was on the first one. I love that card so much. So 10 other guys that possibly were not on this list because they were already on there the first time. But once again, let me know who your favorite guys that you have gotten to use with, and even drop some stats down below. Blow me away, as long as they're not misleading offline stats. Make sure they're online only. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. In the next episode, yeet.
Love is love, and hate is hate. To die is an awesome adventure, and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the glory.